listeners, Harika here, and I'm super excited to welcome you to Upptalk. If you're ready to learn and get your hands work wonders in the world of information technology, then you're in the right place. When I say Upptalk, we are not just another edtech company. Consider we are your learning partner committed to unlocking your full potential. Whether you're stepping into the world of technology for the first time or looking to advance your career, we provide top-tier, hands-on courses to build up your career. Let's take our first step towards learning here and explore it.
Yesterday we did this login process. You remember Arjun, opening application, and then typing to type secure text and then clicking the push button. If it is successful login, you will get this data. If you are not successful login, this window won't come. Now what I need to do, this is one login process. What is the next step? I want to come up with the transaction. What I'm going to do? I'm going to create new sequence. What is the name we can give? Deposit transaction. Now what is the deposit transaction? You remember there's an Excel file where I want to read row by row data from the Excel. And then I want to update into this application. This is where I want to fill the data. 2143434434. Before clicking the accept button, I need to pick up this transaction number and I want to write it into this Excel sheet. Got it, Arjun? Like this, I need to go. This is my input data which I have received from somewhere. Then I put the same data into the system. This is my input data which is in the form of Excel file. Input data can be in a different form. It can be from database or it may be from Excel or it may be from the notepad. Like that, your resource of data can be different data type. But my resource of data, I think you know most of the resource of data will be in Excel only. Arjun, you know that why we are using Excel? Because it is easy to manage the data. Most of the data resources will be in the Excel application only. This is my Excel. Now Arjun, what is the step we will do? If you do it manually, what you will do with? It is like you're converting your manual action into human action. So, a manual action into robotic action. What is the manual you do with? We'll open the Excel. Take each row of the Excel. Got? Open the Excel. Take each row in Excel. We won't take bulk of data. We'll take each row in Excel. And when you take each row in Excel, what I will do in the each row I'll take first. In each row I'll take the first column and I'll put it here. Second column I'll put it here. Third column I'll put it here. Then I'll pick this transaction number and I'll write it here. Then I'll take this what button? Accept button. Accept button. Like this. I won't repeat till what? I won't repeat till the end of the row, end of the year. 7 rows we need to do it. How we are going to do this in our UiPath? Let me go to UiPath. First of all, I told you will open the Excel file. Open the Excel. We will use Excel application scope. Excel application scope we will use, which is my Excel file. Click on this browse button, which is in my desktop. What is that file name? Transaction. Now I think it's telling the Excel file is open. Let us open the transaction file. I opened it. Now what I want to do with transaction file, I want to take each row in Excel. How to take? You know that there is an activity called for each row. Can you see for each row in data table? But it is not. But data table is a variable. I need to read the data from the Excel and I need to store it into data table. How to read it? See, I want to read the data from the Excel and I want to store it into data table. How to read the data from the Excel? It is a single row data. It is bulk of data. You can see there is an activity called read range. What activity called read range? You can select this read range. You can tell. Can you see as it read range? It is asking two things. What are the two things from which sheet you want to read it and what range you want to read it? Which range? Which is a sheet name. Let me open that Excel. I'll open that Excel. When you take this, what is the sheet name? That is Unity given. I'll remove this. I'll put the sheet name called Jan. And what is the data you want to read it in which? What is my range of the data? E to D7 to D. Edit, you can give the range also. If you are giving a range A1 to D7, I'm just giving it for you, understanding. A1 colon D, I'm giving it. Got it. It's fixed range. If I run this bot for a different sheet of data, if it is more than 17 rows or more than 100 rows, will it work? It will not work. It will work, but only to read only how many rows. It will read range of a data. It is sounding. Sometime your data may be different. Sometime you have more data. Sometime you will have less data. What you do, it don't give anything. Just put open quotes and close quotes. Oh, what will happen? It read the whole sheet. Don't worry about manual. Whole sheet means it read this blank rows also. No, it will automatically stop here. It's automatically stopped here. When the data will put it, it will automatically cover the data. That it will take only this range of data. You no need to worry about it. Got it? Don't specify any range here. If you are set very fixed that you're going to read only this range of a data means write a range here. If the number of rows and number of columns are not static means don't just put double quotes. It will read the whole sheet. Now it is reading the data. And can you see edit in the? When you go to read range in the property, can you see there is an option called add headers? What is this option? It is already checked. What do you mean that? It means start after the header. You're telling to the UiPath. My first row for data is a header. You're telling to Yuan, my first row for data is header. Automatically when it reads the data, if you uncheck this option, what will happen? It reads from here, but which is our data? Data is 2. But what is the first row header? I need to tell to the computer. My first row is my header. And while reading the format, you want to preserve the format. Preserve the format. Sometimes you will have $sign. $sign. You want to read exactly like what is there in Excel. Then you can check this option. You want to use any filter, in that means you can use it. But I'm not applying any filter. I don't want to use any filter. I'm creating here. What is the key for creating a variable? Conquer. Control. I'm giving D. We'll give deposit data. Got it. Now I've opened the Excel file. I'm reading the data for data that is stored in which variable? The deposited. Now what I will do, I stored in the data table. Now I'm going to take for each row in data table. For each row in data table I'm taking. What is the data table name? Deposit. I'm giving it. Ajit, you know what will happen. This is the data table. This is stored in this data table. This complete detail is stored in the data table. Can you see that is, what is that variable called current row? What does that mean? It will go to each row. That when it is reading this row of data is stored back in current row. Now it is reading for each row in data table. That data table name I gave here, that each row is stored by current row. Now it is there in the current row. Got it? When it goes to each row, that each row is stored back in the current row. Now, this is your current row. Or no? When I think the bot, which is my first current row, this is my current row. Now this current row, I want to write it where I want to write it. Did deposit. No, in system. In system. I'm going to again what I'll do type into, I'm going to do type into where I'm going to type into, indicate on the screen. Where is my application? I'm going to type it here. Got it. I captured that. Now what I want to type it here. Can we have that each current? The current row is stored. The current row. I'm going to write current row dot item of 0. What is the current row? Ajit, this is current row. This is my current row. What is the row? What is the row? Row is, this is item 0. This is item 1. This is item 2. Current row is this one. Got it. In the current row, what I'm doing it, current row of 0, current row of 1, current row of 2. Can you see that current row? Where is my current row item of 0? But still I'm getting an error. Can you see that? Correct. It is showing that it is an object. But this is a text box. Text box will take what data type? String only. I need to give 2 strings. Got a Ajit. Now can you see that error box? Current row of I'll just copy this into Notepad. When I take what I will do for each row in data table. I have to refer each column. How to refer each column in current row? How to refer it? Current row dot item that dot to string. Exactly. Can you see that? I copied it. Current row. This referred to which column? First column. First column. Got it. This is the first column. Like this. How to refer the second column? Like this, I can put this one. Like this. But remember Ajit, this will start generally if we people will count as one. Because it's a programming language. First column will start from the index 0. Now like this again, I need to do typing to indicate where is my application. This one. I'll go back. What I will do here. I'll try current row item of 1.toString. Again, I will do typing to indicate which column this column. What I will refer here. Current row dot item of 2.toString. Now what I need to do, before I'm clicking this accept button, I need to extract this. I need to get the transaction number. It is typing to all, it is get text. What command I need to use? This is not typing. This is, I think, what I'm doing. Get text. What I'm doing is get text. Get text. Indicate where I want to get it. This one. It will automatically get this text and the value will be stored in the output variable. Got it. Get. Read the text and it is stored in the control key. What is the variable name? str transaction number. Transaction number. Let me put transaction number. It will not serve that dot control key. str transaction number. Let me give it. Now I got transaction number by using the get text. Now where I want to do it now? Where I want to go to the next section? Excel. I need to write it into Excel file. We hope to write. Are we writing? I just want to do it. I'm going to write range of data or I'm going to write one cell. One cell column. One cell. You can see that it's activity called cell. What is activity name called? Can you see cell? Now here also it is asking where you want to write it. What is the cell reference you want to write it? And what is the value you want to write? What is the sheet name? Where is the value? I think D1. D. D. I think D2 or D3. 3. How can be D3, D2? I need to write. Take on this plus sign. D. I wrote it. What is the value? I want to write it. This variable. Which variable? String number. Which one? String transition number. I want to write it. But one thing, Ajay, I want to. Here I am just. Can you feel this is always fixed? No, it should not be fixed. D4, D4. D3, D4, D5. I want it. My row number should be getting increased. How to get that row number, Ajay? +1 or something. See when we go and see. Use variable. Current row. But what is the current row? Refer it. See, current row is giving a range. Giving an error. Clear that plan. You told that. I am giving D. Now what I am going to do? Where is my row is starting? For each row. Here it is starting now. Before that, for each row, what I will do is I am creating a row counter. Assign. I am going to keep one variable name called control K, row counter. Ajit control K, row ka. When you come to the variable, can you see? Row counter is created. What type of variable? Row number is string or it is a text or number. Row number. It is string. Row number is text. Text or number. Number. I am going to change it into data type called integer. Integer. What is the starting value? What is the row number starting? Ajit B. Row number. D is a column. Row number is 2. Now what I am going to do is, I am just assigning that. That is, I am just keeping this into row counter. You can keep it blank here. You can keep it here. You can make it as 2. Got it. Ajit row counter equal to what value again? 2. Let me bring it down here. Why we put there? Can we put also here? You can, but when you go for a best practice, you cannot keep your variable like this, Ajit. Don't keep any constant value here. Don't keep it 2 here. I am saying not it. We create this variable. Why we cannot put in the same when we require where? You can create here also, Ajit. You can come here. You can create variable here also. Can you see create variable? You can create variable here also. Can you see variable 1? You can create it here also. But I am not creating it. But I will create it through assignment statement. Sorry. Assignment statement we fixed earlier. Can we fix here also? Here I fixed no. Assign counter equal to 2. I gave. Oh, you are asking me, can we keep it here itself? No. I am saying at the end you use this. Can you go down? We require this variable here, self. No. Why I am keeping it here is, what is the starting value? Ajit. row number. Oh no, what is the first number starts? Rook. I am keeping that too. Now Ajit, that's what I am going to explain you now. Now here I am going to use Open Advanced Editor Plus. What is the value? Row counter, to string. Why I am converting row counter dot to string? Row counter is what type of variable Ajit? This is integer. I am converting that into toString because this will take what data type? Can you see what data type it is taking? I have to. You know what will happen D. What is this row counter value I assign? It will automatically become D2. Why it is still showing an error? Double quotes. Somewhere double quotes is there. Where is double quotes DDD? No, I gave only one double quotes. Any function. Maybe upper side too. ToString, I need to close it. Close it like this. Now I am getting another. Anything. Open editor. Anything below is it? Wait now. I plus row counter dot toString. Now it is gone. Why is still not getting any data? I hope I am getting enough data. No problem. There is a comment. There is not there. But I know why the error was. I think that's it. I am getting the error. Any function expected. String constant. My friends with double quotes. Decollect. Row counter dot toString condino. Row counter dot toString. I writing the cell. What is the next thing I need to do with? I need to click the touch up button. I need to click the. Where is the application? Where is the application? I think it is closed. I closing. I think now what is the next thing I need to do with? You tell me. Let me just try to close it. Tell me what I need to do with it. See, I have fixed that D colon. But what is the next thing I want to do with it? I mean, say it should be continuous, one by one. It should increment after clicking the touch up button. Again, I am writing the assignment activity. What I am doing. Row counter equal to row counter plus 1. I am doing it as it is. I am incrementing my row value. Row value. Got it, Ajit? I am incrementing the row value. But why I am getting the error here? Hence the double quotes are. Is D1 D2 now? No D, this will automatically become D2. I am putting double quotes. Let's run the fun. Ajit, can you see? It is perfectly running it now. No. And it is writing in the Excel file also. It is not throwing any error. Let's see that. See, it is performing the transaction. And it is writing it at the backside. It is writing that data also. Which one? The transaction number is writing at the back. Let's stop running it and we will see that. See, it automatically stopped. Can you see it stopped running it? Now let us go and see the Excel file. Which is Excel file? The transaction data. Can you see, Ajit, all the transaction numbers? It is written beautifully. And we don't see even. See, it is stopped automatically when there is where. Till the data. And in next month, when I get the new data, we just paste it here and system will run. No. You see, when you are doing it here now, then your ranger will read from here only. Then again we have to paste here. You mean to say, you have to paste it here or keep it in other sheet. And then we change the sheet name. See, now one more data I have to write. I have to write transaction number here. Transaction number. Now I want to do it. For which sheet? Fab sheet. Now what I will do? Let me go to the other tab. For the sheet name, I will change it Feb. Where is that? Read range. I need to change it to Feb. Spelling mistake FEB. And then where I am going to writing it. I need to write it in the action is for Feb. Get text here also in the Feb cell also. I need to change it into. Let's turn the form. Is it window is open? Yes, it is. Window is open. Now let's go on. Click run file. Can you see it automatically taking each row from the February sheet and it is performing a transaction? It is done. Can you see that? Let me go and see the sheet. The sheet is also closed successfully. Transaction details in the February sheet. Can you see if it fill all the transaction details? Got it, Arja? Again, let me explain you. First, I open my Excel application scope. I am reading a range of data. What are the comments I covered here? I use Excel application scope. What is the purpose of this activity? What is this activity for all job? Inputting data to open the Excel file. Then what I am doing? Read range. What is the purpose of read range? To read data from Excel file. And store it where? Store it in system. Store it in data table. Yes, no, or JAP. What is the output of this read range? When I am giving read range, it is stored in the data table. Now how to read the data from the data table? How to read? For each row in data table. I am using the activity for each row in data table. Then what I am doing? Type into current row.item of 0.2. Current type into. I am doing it, but I want to track the row number. I did that row number at the beginning. Before that for each row. I know that I want to start from which row. Row number. I need to give before this for each row. Before that for each row. Then inside this what I am doing. Inside this for each row activity. I am incrementing the row counter. Don't do it anyway. Inside after this access button, what I am doing? I am increasing my row counter. The row will automatically increase it. Got it, Ajit? Got it. This is about. How can you do the practice of this? Because I should have some. You can download this. You tried this. Now I will send you this Excel file also. You can use this Excel file. You can download it if you want. Now also you can download it. Go to the website. Google just give UI demo download. XE down. UI. You can see it on the screen. UI D. EXE. After that, give it in Google. Can you see the first link called Forum You Come? Click that. When you come down, you can see a zip file. Your demo zip file. Can you see the zip file? Like that. Scroll down. Click that if lot of money downloads the zip file. Demo application. No, you click that. Click. That means a lot of money downloaded. Look at Satya where to click. Can you come down? Come down. one of them. It's downloading now. Just take 2 minutes only. You can open that zip file. The window cannot complete the extension. Double click on that. Otherwise, one thing I will do, the X file I have opened. Just click it. It's showing demo. You got it file, I got it. Down demo. The X file is there. That's one. That is the X file. How should I? Double click on the unzip it. Unzip it. Unzip, or should I directly click it? Double click it. Download go. Unzip anywhere except off. Now I am able to see UI demo. Log it same. After that I can put it here. Then what we use admin. Username is admin and the password is password. Password all caps or P. Lowercase, all lowercase. Over. Admin means it's fine. Everything is lowercase only. Ad. Not able to log in. Whoa. Password. Now got it. You can keep this Excel file also. Just you can create it. Just see, I didn't put any column. Just create a column called cash in on your site. That I will prepare. That I will prepare. That's it. Understand the concept about this. Can you put this path here also in that? Which path? Your text. Copy this path sometime. Which path? Demo download path. Oh, then URL. URL. I just understood this concept. Just when you look on this, see, this is one process, one deposit transaction. You can see my screen. You can see my screen. Which is my first step here. See, every time I cannot keep my application login and drive it, what I'm going to do. You know that when you run the project from where it will run. From login. What I'm going to do, I'm going to the main, which is the first workflow I need to call it. Login process. What is the command to call the workflow? What is the activity name? In what is the activity name? Invoking. Which one? Invoke workflow file. Which is a workflow file. I need to call it. Click on this roles button. Login process, yes. Login process. Next, what I need to do it after login. Again, I have to give in workflow file. Provision. Deposit transaction. Got it. Now I have to go on. I don't need to go to each and every step to do it. I have to give run command. If I run it, you know that you no need to do it. It will automatically log into the application and log in it and take each sheet from the workbook. See, it is opening the Excel sheet and performing the transaction. Got it. Got it. But just I want to know how I keep in mind, or should I write some note when I prepare? You should say work. See, it's not removing it. That's what I'm telling you now. You need to practice it. Thank you. Just for that's what I'm teaching you very slowly. You can go on. See my recording. You can do this. Can you see that it is perfectly working? This is my complete process. Got it now. This is what we call this user interface automation. What we call this? User interface automation. Now, what are the type of control we interact with our application? We interact with the text box. We interact with button. But there are other controls also. You remember there are other controls also is there in the web page. What are the other controls we have? We have radio button. We have a checkbox. Checkbox. Yes or no? How to work with such type of controller? See, if you have a checkbox means what activity will do. We'll check it. You can see there is an IDC. I'll just put it in the notepad to enter the data into text box. What I'm doing. Box. What we are doing, type into we are doing. Oh no. You have to click the button. What activity I'm doing. But click activity. Click activity. Like this, we have see for example radio button. Radio button also. We can do what activity. Click. If it is drop down box. How to do that? What is the activity name called? Let me go to your iPad. You can see there is an activity called. Let me take select item. What we call this? Select item. Select item. Can you see select item? Indicate on this. Automatically, you can see all the select box here. You can select that item. What is the activity name called? Select. And same thing to work with checkbox. You can see checkbox. Can you see as a checkbox? This also you can do checkbox too. I just put it in the. There is a notepad for drop down. What is the activity name for checkbox? We have check item now. I think it is. Check one. Check one. Check one. We need to use all this. This is all. The controls are checked. These are controls. And this is activity. Understood. Typing to for which one. Which I have, which control. And click activity for. But radium button also. Click activity. Drop down is for. Select item. Select item. Checkbox is for. Check. For reading the text. Reading the extracting text from the page. Extracting text. What activity I used? Get it. Get def. Get. You need to remember all this activity also name. Get text is for extracting text. Here. This is for. Check activity is for which I. What I need. Checkbox. Select item is for. Select item is for. Drop down. And click activity for. Radium button on. Check. Typing to is for. Box. Box. Is it clear? This is all the activity. This is what we called as controller user interface. User interface. User interface, user interface. Interface. Interface automation. Got. Now again, I'm going back to that same project. Let me go to the main. I think you know that. Which is the first workflow I'm calling. Next is which I'm calling. Let me delete this all the. Now my question is, do you think that we all, they enter username password? Sometimes I do. Something about password, we get expired. No, sometimes a possible. I'm talking. See this application I'm showing for example. But in your, when you take your application or when you take CRAM or anything, I'm talking about it. You know that our password will expire. Every 30 days or every 45 days will expire. Suppose I'm running the bot every day. But after 45th day of the day, my password, I did update it. What will happen? The bot will not run. Bot will fail. Wait, what will be the? It will fail. It will fail. What is the fail? See when I take this UI demo. See, let me close it. If I open this your demo, if I enter wrong username password, can you see? It is not even not working. It is not even opening. Where is my UI demo? Let me go to the login process. I'll enter wrong password. I'll enter wrong username password. Or just change my password wrong. And what is my password I gave? Can I go to the assign? Where is my variable? I'll change my password here. I'm giving wrong username password. Now let's go and run the bot. I'm running this on 4cente. My password is expired. What I'm doing? My bot is running regularly every day. We thought that password is correct. Now it is entering the wrong password. Now what happened? Which login is completed? But it is open up like Excel also opened successfully. But what happened? That other window is not coming. Which window? In the timeshare window. That window is not coming. You see that it will draw an error. You see that. Wait for some time. It will because it is searching for that window. UiPath is searching for that window. Can you see? What error? Could not find the UI element. Could not find the UI element. What is it telling that? It is telling that that item cache in item. The text box is not identified. It is throwing an error. How we can handle this? See, if the bot is failed means we don't know that. Whether the bot is successfully executed or not. It is stopped here. Your client is calling. Adjust your transaction. Or transaction is not completed. No, bot is successfully. No, we don't know. The bot is stopped here. Now what you will do? You will come to your desktop and you will see that the bot is failed. Like this it is standing. Then you will tell the client, sorry, my bot is failed. That is the reason your transaction is not completed. This should not make it happen like this. We need to do all the post activity also. What is the post activity? See, we are now. Today, our world is completely depending on technology. Oh no, we cannot believe the technology. Technology won't run every day smoothly. Some way, some challenges will be there. Oh no, we need to prepare for that. If this happens, what I need to do? We are preparing. Every organization. They cannot say that you are very careless, Manjula. You know that these are the expectations from the technology. I need to prepare my application also like that. What I am going to do, it is, where is my login problem? Where is my main? When I go to the main. Let me minimize this. This is my login process. This login process was successful. If this is successful, one day I need to perform this transaction process. When I say this is successful, when everything is done, login process is done. How you know that this is a login is successful? Tell me. How you say that you entered username password and give successful output? How do you feel that? You tell me. How you feel that your username password is correct? You can put some checkbox here. Intimate me. Some email and all. That one day. You tell me. If I entered username password, see if I entered wrong username password, that window is not coming. Oh no. If I entered username password. If I entered correct username password, I am getting this window. Yes, what you said is you are going to check it. After entering the credential detail, I am going to check. Element exists. What I am going to check it. Element. Which element? You can tell me. If I entered username password. This window is coming now. Can I say something in this window? Which element? I can check it. Can I use this date, or I can use time, or I can use account number? I can use transaction number. Which one we can check it? I think date. Date is every day will change it. Change it which is standing here. Account number, accounting number. Account number that is also will change for different user. Which one will be static always here in this window? You would say text catching. Like this. Catching also you can do it. Can we keep this deposit transaction? Yes, this will not change it. This what I am doing it. Indicating that I am selecting this deposit transaction. What I am checking it. Element exists. Which element deposit transaction? See, this is one activity name called element exists. Let me go to Notepad. What is the action I am adding? Element exists. It will return. It will return Boolean value. Boolean value means what? I have heard but true or false? True or false? That means if element exists, what it will return? It will return true. True, yes. If element not exists, what will return? It will return false. I check what I am going to do it. I am going to control K. I am just creating variable name called login status. Let me go to the variable. Can you see login status is what type of variable? Now I am going to add before this deposit transaction. I am going to add if activity that you do not check. What I am checking is if login status. Login status. Login status is equal to true. When it is true, what do you mean that adjust? If the element exists, what will return? When that element will be exist. If login is success or fail. If it is success, what you want to do with? Can you see then an else part? Can you see then an else part? If element exists is successful. What you are going to do with? I am going to add this asset inside this then part. If the element not exist, where it will come? It will come to the else part. Else part. What do you want to do with it? Edge it here. False. If it is, else it will come false. What you want to do with? If login is not successful, what you want to do with it? Edge it. We will again check password. Now how do you check it? You need to inform to your email, and here we need to use that email. Now I am not using email. I am just using message box for quick response. What I am going to tell it here. Please check username and password. It is wrong. Credential detail. Ajit, I am just putting message box what you need to do. Do you remember open your Outlook and send an email? Remember that we did know for attaching their Excel file. The same activity instead of using message box, you need to do it. Automatically what will happen? You will get an email. Now let's go on random bot now. You know that my login process is. Let me close all this application. I am going to click run. It is opening the application. It is entering the wrong credential detail. See Ajit, it is not opening the Excel file. Why? Because I am checking that. See now what is happening. Is it checking for that element to exist? Which element? That window is deposit transaction. No, that it is checking. It is checking. I think minimum it is checking some 27 seconds. I think that you can reduce it also. Can you see? Please check username and password. It is a wrong credential detail. Got it, Ajit? Where I am doing it. After login process, I am checking for that element to exist. When I am checking for that element to exist, you can see that. Select the wait for ready timeout. What you can do it is you can give for 10 seconds. Within 10 seconds. I need to check this window is coming or not. If the window is not. If login status, if the window comes. If the window comes means what is that value? If the window does not come means what is the login status? False. Let me run it. If I enter credential detail, what will happen? It will not be this one, not this one. I will give admin and I will go on. Password. What is the password? Password. Now I am giving username password. Let me, it will save automatically. No, I am changing it. It is performing the transaction details. Got it, engine? It is perfectly performing now. All this thing, we need to do it when you are doing your automation. The next project is, you can see my screen, Pancham. There is a page called Art Page Challenge. Art Page Challenge. I will send you this link also. I will send you the link. I will just, what is the challenge in this page? Now, I want you to take this web application. This is web application. See when I go and click on submit button. Can you see my pages are changing? Can you see each time when I go and click on? Each time when I go and click on submit button, can you see my pages are changing? Oh no. This is what we call this art page challenge. Art page challenge. Because don't think that art page is easy to extract the data. Sorry, easy to enter in the same application also you will find challenges. Don't think that you can easily type it into the text box. I know that. Now you can see when I click on. See when next customer entering it. See when I take this application. When I first customer I am entering. First deposit number I am entering. Click on accept button. Does it changes the text box location? Is it changing? Not changing. No, but when I taking this website, do you see that it is changing each time? Can you see that first name is here this time? Again first name is, where is first name? It is coming here. Coming here when I click on each of it. It will go to next page. Each time. See I have, let me download this Excel. Here itself you can see a data as well, but remember my application is not standard. Standard, yes. It is changing frequently. How to do this? How to do this? That is what I am going to teach you now. what is called RP channel. Let me go and create new process. RP. Let me go and put it into which project. Let us go to main. There is only one process now I am putting into main. First name should come here. Last name should come here. Last name should come here. This is not static. When I go and click on accept, it is changing now. When I click accept submit button, it is changing now. Can you tell me why it is going the next submission? It is showing the different data. The next customer, that is what we called as RP challenges. See, I am telling you the SaaS application is static, but when you take web application, no. Don't expect that it will be always static, as it will change frequently. You got it. It will change frequently. If your applications are fixed, means no problem. If your applications are changing means, that is what we called as RP challenge. Automation anywhere. Developers spending a lot of time in this user interface. Automation only. They will take time. This is what they will see first time when you run the bot. It will work perfectly. If your applications are changing, see your text boxes. See when you take a SaaS application. If your text box is coming here tomorrow, if it comes here means your bot will get failed. This is what we call as RP challenge. How to handle these challenges? How to handle these challenges? We have to fetch some text and column. Can you tell me in this? When I click on this, let me move this on this. When I click on the submit button, I did. Can you tell me which is static here? See, when I click, this is my first name. This is my text box. In this text box, which is static, first name, you can pick. Can you say, I am going to identify this text box. This is the text box. I am going to identify this text box by this label called first name. See, when I go on click submit again, this text box is identified with the label called first name. First name, yes. That is what we called as anchor. What we called as and now I am going to explain. Let me go to the iPad. Now I open Excel file. What is the next step? Next step is read range. I need to take read. See, now you got it. Within this one, which sheet 1. I want to read the whole sheet. And I will go to this output parameter. Okay. What I will do? Challenge. Customer details. Next, what I did? I read the range, which is stored in the data table. How to read the data from the data table? What activity I used? No. For each range something. Each row and data table. Each row and data table, which is a data table dt customer details. customer details. That's I understood. This is process here. I understood, Rajiv. I have opened the Excel file. I am reading a range. I am reading the sheet name. I am reading the whole sheet. I am storing that into output parameter net called data table. Now the extracted data is stored in the data table. Now I am reading each row in the data table by using the activity call for each Excel row in data table. Now what I need to do it here inside. Now input where we have to put this data. First was to write it here. First what I need to do. I need to open web application. Open web or web browser. Open the browser. I will do open browser. Which is the browser? Let me go and copy this Ctrl+C. Put it in new quotes. RPA challenge. Now I open the browser. And next what I need to do it. The same what I did in the same window application. Type into. I will do it. I will do it. Type into. First which one I need to type it. Which one we do it. First name we will do. Where is the first name? First name. When I am doing first name, headed it is capturing it. Now let's see that I want to do current row of. Where is that current row of Excel file? Name bit table. Current row of item. String. String. Got, I just did it. Let's go and run the bot. Let's run it whether it is perfectly it's running or not. Let's see. Just like caption. What is your first name? Where is the first name? I think when we are doing that, first name was here. No here, but now first name is here. See, now it is facing the challenge. It will throw an error. You see that it will throw an error. Let's wait. What error we will see? See, had it. It's not even typing. It is going to the next row, next row, next row. It is not because the first name is not identified. What we will do with? Hadith, it is not even typing. Because it is not identifying this first name. Hadith, can you see in this typing to activity? You can see that in every activity there is a dashed line will be there. Did you see that? The dashed line. Click on this 3 dashed line. You can see there is an option called Open UI Explorer. With this 3 dot sign. Click that, you can see Open UI Explorer. It will open another window. Can you see what colors you are getting it? That means it is fade. It should change to different color. Green color, it should change. Green color should be here now. Can you see there is? It is. Giving red color means it is not rightly captured. You can see that again. I am going to recapture it. Can you see indicate anyway? I am going to indicate that. Which is my name? First name. I am going to capture it. Now can you see as it what color you are getting it green? Very good. It's not valid because See now. Can you see as it? What is the first name attribute here? Let me copy it. Is it 5 Now one thing I will do. Let me click submit button again. Where is my first name? Now let us go again. Click indicate any man. First name. Can you see what is the value? Is changing Rajiv. Is it starting? It is changing it. What you told Manjula. This element is changing every time. The control property, the element property is changing. What you are going to do? Indicate anchor. Can you see option called indicate anchor? Which is the anchor for the first name attribute? This one first name. Just capturing it. Can you see as it? It is identified by the name. Tab called label. Can you see that web control ID? This one is there. Can you see on the side as it? Please remove this ID. Why I'm removing that ID? I'm checking that ID. Why I'm checking that uncheck? See if I keep this. Tomorrow, if I move it again, you know that ID is changing the object. What I'm doing it, I'm checking. Please don't identify the control by ID. I'm telling my UiPath. Don't search the control by ID. What color it is coming at just now? Yellow. Yellow means don't think that it is perfect. You need to validate it. You need to validate it. For this validate button, you see what color it is coming. It is validating now. What color you are getting it? Got it. See now ages. Let me change it manually here. I'm just putting the space here. When I'm editing it, what color it is changing? Validate. I think that's yellow, yellow. What color it is giving now? Why? Because I'm changing this one. Now I will change it again. I'll click again. Validate. UiPath will read now by first name. Yes, it will read by the A. Full name called first name. What is the type of the tag? It's labeled. Not by. Not by. ID will change every time. By default, what happens is it is ID defined by control by ID. When it's searching by ID, next time when it goes sick, it is giving an error. Once you edit this, click a button called Save button. Save it. Now you come back to UiPath. Let's run it. Let's see whether it is working or not. Can you see it? It's perfectly typing it now. Yes or no? Correct. But I didn't click submit button. One thing I'll do. Let me stop running the bot. I'll click the submit button click. Then one day you will get an over. Fix some way. No, it is not typing. But I captured it in. Edge or what? One thing I'll do. Let me go and stop running the bot. Are you open browser? Can you see edge it? Even my controls are changing also. It is perfectly typing it. Got it is closing the browser. That is what we have to take it as what we need to do. We need to identify the control by anchor method. But I'll close the browser. I still said no. One mistake, I did it. What we need to do it. I think each time it is opening the browser. Yes, the browser. What we need to do, we need to put this activity. One time opening the browser, one time opening. What we will do, wait. Here I will open. Open browser. What is the URL? A big challenge. Now I will. You can use application scope inside. We'll delete this open browser activity. This open browser activity we can delete. Sorry, Ajit, we just delete the open browser activity. Open browser. I didn't use Excel. That's we did one time then. It is why it is not saving. It is saved now. No, I didn't change it. I added the new activity called. Now can you see Ajit? It's perfectly typing it. Can you see? First name, did you notice it? Wherever is first name, it's changing it. It is perfectly filling it. Even the location changes also. It is perfectly filling. This is what we call it as UI Explorer Activity Agent. What is? We call it as UI Explorer. Explorer. You understood. You try. You try with 1C. Like this we need to do for each and every. Just I showed you only for first name. Again you need to do typing too. Typing too. And indicate then last name. Now what you need to. Once you click it, you click this 3 dotted sign. Flora. And ID remove. Now what you need to do it, remove this ID, and click on indicate. Anchor. Where is my anchor? Which is my anchor? Last name. Last name, yes. You can see that it will be running at the bottom. Can you see the line is going? Now you can see that we remove that. ID corner. Remove the ID. Click validate. We need to. Until it is changed to green color, you need to validate it. Validate, I understand. And it is in orange color. Don't click save button. Now if you want to confirm whether it is perfectly identifying or not, can you see there is a highlight option? If you highlight it, can you see it is perfectly identifying it? Could you go here? Click save button now. You see that I will run the bot now. Now we did for first name and last name. I didn't fill that value. What is that? I didn't give that value. Your T. Current row. Current row dot item of 1 dot 2 space. Now you see that first name and last name will fill perfectly. First name. Last name, yes. Oh, I did submit, but it slipped. Then it again opening on. Can you see? Last name is perfectly filling Rajat. That's I got it. After that, we did submit. I think when I did click. Something better I did after that one day. First name. Last I did with what browser? I think I did with going with Chrome. A click on this. Open your Explorer. If it's coming wrong ways, indicate elements. Which one we did? Chrome. Last name. See, it's doing an error. Again, indicate anchor. Last. See, it's showing red color. You need to remove this. I click on a click validate. Now you can save it. Let's close this. Let's go on that. Got it, aged. It is perfectly filling. It is now changing the page number. Can you see the submit? But yes, it's working now. Got it. This is about the concept. This is what we call this RPA challenge. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@uptalk.com.